October 28, 2024. Feast of Saints Simon and Jude, Apostles. A reading from the Book of Ephesians. Brethren, you are no longer strangers and aliens, but you are fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God, built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Christ Jesus himself being the cornerstone, in whom the whole structure, being joined together, grows into a holy temple in the Lord. In him you also are being built together into a dwelling place for God by the Spirit. The Word of the Lord. Responsorial Psalm. Response: Their sound goes forth through all the earth. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims the work of his hands. Day unto day conveys the message, and night unto night imparts the knowledge. Their sound goes forth through all the earth. No speech, no word, whose voice goes unheeded, their sound goes forth through all the earth, their message to the utmost bounds of the world. Their sound goes forth through all the earth. Alleluia, Alleluia. We praise you, O God, we acclaim you as Lord, the glorious company of apostles praise you. Alleluia. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. In those days Jesus went out to the mountain to pray, and all night he continued in prayer to God. And when day came, he called his disciples, and chose from them 12, whom he named apostles, Simon, whom he named Peter, and Andrew his brother, and James, and John, and Philip, and Bartholomew, and Matthew, and Thomas, and James the son of Alphaeus, and Simon who was called the Zealot, and Judas the son of James, and Judas Iscariot, who became a traitor. And he came down with them and stood on a level place, with a great crowd of his disciples and a great multitude of people from all Judea and Jerusalem and the sea coast of Tyre and Sidon, who came to hear him and to be healed of their diseases. And those who were troubled with unclean spirits were cured. And all the crowd sought to touch him, for power came out from him and healed them all. The Gospel of the Lord. Reflection. Feast of Saint Simon and Jude. This morning's Gospel tells us that from the wider group of disciples, Jesus calls forth a group of 12, after he had spent the whole night in prayer to God. The number 12 was hugely significant at the time. The people of Israel were traditionally understood to comprise 12 tribes. When Jesus chose a group of 12 from the larger group of disciples, he understood this group to be the nucleus of a renewed Israel. The primary focus of Jesus' mission was to renew the people of Israel and through them to renew all of humanity. Israel's calling, according to the prophet Isaiah, was to be a light to the nations. In renewing Israel, Jesus sought to renew its mission to the nations. In reality, many people in Israel rejected Jesus. Even one of the 12 betrayed him to his enemies. Yet, there were others among the people of Israel who responded to Jesus and recognized God at work in his ministry, such as Simon and Jude, whose feast we celebrate today. It is striking that Simon is referred to in today's Gospel reading as Simon the Zealot, which indicates that he was zealous for the Jewish law. Yet, he came to appreciate Jesus as the authentic interpreter of the Jewish law. It was Jews like Simon and Jude and Paul and many others, both men and women, who brought the Gospel to the non-Jewish world, to the nations or the Gentiles. As Jesus said to the woman of Samaria, salvation is from the Jews. Our Christian faith has deep Jewish roots. We need to keep returning to those roots to fully appreciate the richness of our faith.